Hey there, you're watching Alexa. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing an update to my THOSE eyeshadows. And I am a month late, so that means more progress to report back. This project was started by Alexi here on YouTube. I always have the creator of the projects linked down below when I'm doing one of those projects that everybody is doing, right? Yeah, so check out Alexi's channel down below, and without further ado, let's get into the update. So I have so many rollouts this month, so many. Firstly, I used the shade Strange 12 times. It's a shade Strange from the Naked 3 palette, so this one right here. There's no pan in it. Sorry. Anytime I get a color like that in this project, because right now I'm rolling out after 10 uses, even though I used it 12 times, it's really easy peasy. Makes my life so much easier, and then it adds a little bit more variety to my THOSE eyeshadows palette situation, because I'll dip into other shades and get a little bit more experimental, which didn't really happen this month, but you know. A shade from the Equalizer palette from Sample Beauty. Love is this shade right here, so kind of looks like frijoles. And that was a lot of fun to use. I typically buff it out in the crease or use it in the outer V or the lower lash line. That's how I always use a color like that. If I wanted to do a shimmery look that was more neutral or on the neutral side, I'd put that all over the lid and then put the shimmer over top, whether it's a slightly dark, well, slightly lighter shimmer, I should say, rather. So that had 10 uses, and it is out. Another shade that's out, no surprise here. Actually, I did not enjoy using this very much at all. It was this taupey shade in this palette by Joe Fresh. This is called the Neutrals, and I would often pair it with another neutral shade and just like swirl it together, mix together. I actually created quite a bit of this is a shadow with the biggest dip in it now, so there's that. But nothing to write home about with regards to this palette. I don't know if it still exists anymore, but I'm not a really big fan. I mean, I like this. Very nice. Reminds me of Gunmetal from MAC. Another one that I recently hit 10 uses on, which I really enjoyed using. It's a little bit similar to Love from the Sample Beauty palette, but it is the shade He Devil from the Naked Heat palette, and I love this palette, girl. I really like it. I like the cherry one too, but this one's, you know, major throwback here when all those warm shades were really in style, remember? So He Devil, I love it in the crease. I've been doing a sort of like a floating crease for a while. It's not a cut crease, but it's sort of, I just do the crease but don't do the V, like don't attach it. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. From this discontinued palette from Beauty Counter, I don't even know if this still exists. I think it still exists. The brand, not the palette. The palette's out. It's old. I had the bronzy shade up here, which was really easy to pair with everything else that I had, quite neutral. And if you would notice the trend between all the shades that I hit my goal on, they're all neutral. They are all neutral. I've really been digging a neutral vibe this last while. The two shades I have left that I really didn't use that much, I'm gonna go get them. Surprise, surprise, we have Decadent Age of Opulence palette. I'm wearing it today on the outer corner. I'm gonna add that to my uses for the next round though, because today's the 9th and we're filming the update for up to the 10th, but I need to get in a use. So I only used it 3 times between, you know, my April update and my now update, which is pretty bad, but I've just not been gravitating towards blue eyeshadow. Gee, I wonder why. Speaking of which, there is another shadow here, the Stila Light Show. It's a single. Again, not as into blue lately. This is kind of, it's difficult to use the colors individually, so I kind of just use well, I used a little bit of this today. I stuck it just above, like just in that outer corner situation. Just kind of like stick a use in, you know what I mean? Like, who else does that? Do you ever layer eyeshadows to just get in more uses on your pan those eyeshadows? I do, because some colors I'm not the biggest fan of, but 10 uses is a reasonable amount of uses. I should be able to do that. Speaking of which, it is time to roll in some new eyeshadows for the next round that I promise I will update you on. So I've already explained my process for rolling in eyeshadows. I take 3 from my old eyeshadows and then 2 from eyeshadows that I've purchased in 2021. There's no new eyeshadows in 2022. I am not buying any makeup. So let's go to the Pretty Random app and find out what they pretty randomly choose for me. So I'm gonna roll in 2 old eyeshadows and 1 new one. 243. Next one is 402. Out of the new eyeshadows, I'm taking 554. Okay. Okay, what just happened? So these are my roll-ins. Number 443 is MAC Stars and Rockets. I was just telling you guys that I love the neutrals right now so much, but look at what's happening. Devilish from the Urban Decay Cherry palette. It's all like purplish and blue now. What am I gonna do? And wait for this one, wait for this one. Mickey and Friends Truth Be Bold palette. Life's short. Wow, the irony. So life is too short to wear neutrals every day, I guess you could say. I'm gonna show you guys what the color story, the new color story looks like in a minute, or like right now on the screen, and what the previous color story looked like before. Let me know if you have any ideas for what looks I can do with these. Alright, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to take some pictures and update you on how things go next month. Alright, bye!